Hey there guys, it's your old pal Go-To Nico here. I don't know if you can tell on the voice and the camera quality, but I'm very unmotivated. I don't know, to watch footy at the moment for some reason. I am just not motivated. I have not been watching much footy content lately. Or any sport really. I've been obsessed with other things and focusing on school and crap, so my heart's not in it for footy for some reason. This is the best time to have your heart in it, which is really weird for me, but I don't know. Because lockdown's just getting to me even more, but whatever. Here are the tips, amateur version, because the GoPro is charging, and there's less than an hour before the game, so there's the next best thing. I could use my camera, but I'll take too much time to edit and upload with that, so yeah. It's the next best thing, but I'll try and make it somewhat professional. Anyway, let's get into the tips. So, here we go, the first preliminary final, Port v Richmond at the Adelaide Oval on a Friday night. Can't get much better than that, can you, in front of a COVID capacity crowd of 26,000, but it's going to feel like 50,000, but yeah. What will I expect from this game? I expect a hard-fought contest. I reckon whoever wins the midfield battle will win the game. Whoever pressures the most will get the job done because, my light just turned on. That's my iPad. I'm leaning this phone against the iPad because I don't have a phone tripod, so yeah. I'll keep it on, actually. I'll keep it on. What will I expect? Where was I on? Yeah, whoever wins the midfield battle will win the game. And whoever has the most pressure and who's executing the tackling and executing the pressure, and also efficiency inside 50 is important. These two teams love getting inside 50s. They're top 5 for both. Whoever's efficient inside 50 will win. Okay. I think I'm more confident in Richmond's forward line, to be honest, because Port's back line are not that tall. Tom Jonas and Nathan Cleary are their key backs, and they're not that tall. They're not even 200 centimetres, so Port's back line is vulnerable to Tommy Lynch and Jack Grewell. He's still there. But yeah, I reckon, I'm tipping Port, even though the stats and all that are against them in the matchups. I'm going to tip Port because I reckon I'll turn it on for their fans. And I reckon they'll be motivated to knock off the most hated team in the AFL right now in Richmond, okay? With some of the most hated players on that team, i.e. Tom Lynch. Yeah, I think Port will be motivated. I think their pressure will be up. I don't think Richmond will have it coming. But at the same time, Richmond could win. I'm tipping Port, but it's as a flip of the coin. You literally can pick anyone, and I wouldn't complain, to be honest, because it's gonna be a close contest. I think it'll be low scoring because I think both defenses will stop the opposition. So I reckon it'll be low scoring, but it should be good. Can the pair? Sorry, Richmond fans. The next preliminary final, which is between Brisbane and Geelong on the Saturday night at the Gabba, and this one's a lot easier to tip. I'm going to tip Brisbane. Sorry. I'm going for an all-interstate grand final, which is kind of a sin for me as a Victorian fan. But yeah, the reason why I'm tipping Brisbane is because they've had the week off. They've literally got no injuries. Yeah, they got no injuries. Same with Geelong. But Brisbane, I reckon they'll turn it on once again for their home fans. I mean, they've had the week off. They're freshened up. They literally haven't left the Queensland all year. So yeah, I just think Brisbane are just going to be too good. And I think their speed will kill Geelong, and the way they move the ball, Geelong will be able to handle it. That's what the reasons for Brisbane are winning. And the midfield battle. These two midfielders run deep. So whoever wins out in the middle, and I reckon Brisbane's speed will stop them. The reason why Geelong could win is because their defense is the best in the comp, in my opinion, and Eric Hipwood can be a liability as a key forward. Yes, Brisbane got Charlie Cameron, but Charlie Cameron can be shut down, okay? Charlie Cameron can be shut down quite easily sometimes. So, yeah. And also, I think the experience Geelong have, they've just got more experience than Brisbane, okay? All across the board, okay? Particularly in the back line of Geelong, so yeah. But knowing Geelong is their third prelim in 4 years, they haven't won... I'm an idiot. This is their fourth prelim in 5 years. The previous three, certainly the first two prelims in this 5-year span were atrocious. Unlucky against Richmond last year, but knowing Geelong, they had their grand final. They had their game last week against Collingwood. I don't think Geelong will win this, even though they've got a perfect record at the Gabba. But then again, Richmond also have not Richmond, Brisbane have a perfect record at the Gabba. So yeah, I think Brisbane will win by a couple of goals, okay? I don't think it'll be as close as the Port Richmond one. I can see Brisbane blowing this out a little, because Geelong do capitulate in preliminary finals pretty badly. And yeah, I just think, knowing off history, and I just think all the advantages Brisbane have, I think Brisbane will win and go through to a granny, which they'll be hosting against Port Adelaide. So that's what I think it'll be. I think it'll be a Port Adelaide Brisbane grand final, an interstate grand final, for a grand final that's in Queensland. How appropriate, I guess. I know this is early, but if it was if the way I predicted, which is Brisbane v Port, I have to go with Brisbane, because at the Gabba and they're far more experienced than Port Adelaide, okay? So yeah, that's just my initial thoughts. I'll do more of an in-depth preview of the grand final next week, obviously. Anyway, guys, I know this is a crappy video. I know you hate seeing these, but I love footy. I know it doesn't sound like it, but see ya, people.